Hello there, my family, my YouTube family. How are you? I'm Helen Sattler, your destiny helper, coming to you once again. I so appreciate the many emails that I'm getting from you and the new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Those of you that have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, push that bell, and every time I upload new content, you will be notified and you will never have to miss another video. And I really want you to know that I value you so much. Those of you who are asking when is the next Empath conference, we're going to do this within the next couple of months. We will be having another Empath conference, and we're looking forward to it. It was such a success in the last conference. We know that it'll be more successful in the upcoming conference. And those of you who think that you're empath or know that you're empath, you will love the information that we have available to you. So listen up within the next 2 months and we will get this conference on the road. I want you to keep writing me. Many of you write me of the contents that you would like for me to talk about, and it's such an honor and a pleasure to do so. And one of the things that many of you are constantly writing me about is the stare of the narcissist. You said this, it is touch a malignant stare. Why do they do that, and why does it make me so uncomfortable? There are usually 4 different stares. The first stare is when you are being love bombed. They call it the stare of the narcissistic glory, and this is when the narcissist is love bombing you and you're looking in their eyes and they seem so perfect, they seem so wonderful, they seem so attentive until their eyes is like pulling your soul right to them, and everything that you ever wanted, everything that you ever dreamed, and you look in their eyes, you're losing yourself and you're wondering, why did it take so long for me to find someone, and how are you free? Why didn't someone capture you before now? How was I so fortunate and so blessed? And a lot of times you feel totally mesmerized in the love bomb stage, especially if it's the platinum. And the platinum is when the narcissist, a lot of times they scope you out for months and sometime a whole year before they even approach you. And by the time they approach you, they're very intentional in their words. They're very intentional in their movement and their motions. And when they look at you, they're staring directly in your eyes. And you notice during the love bomb stage that no matter what goes around the narc, no matter what kind of surroundings and what background noises, nothing break their focus off of you. They are there. I mean, and they are locked onto you, and they make you feel like you're the only person in the whole world. And those eyes seem like they're so caring, dazzling, and you're just captivated by their eyes, and you're thinking, I never had any intensity in someone that was interested in me, staring at me, looking at me. And it's like that you can find yourself in their eyes, and their eyes is telling the story. This is the glory of the narcissist. During the time of love bombing, they lock into your very soul. They lock into your desires. They give you all the attention that you want. They let nothing break their focus from you. And if you have to go, they start moving with you, making sure you're protected, making sure that you're covered. And then they seem so sad that you have to go. And it is amazing, almost unbelievable, that this much attention at the level of this strength, this pull, this magnet is happening to you. You've had people to look at you, but never like this. The glorious stare of love bombing goes in your eyes and like it pulls your heart from the way that they stare at you. This is the love bombing stage. And then, and like I said before, you can get the platinum, you can get the silver, you can get the gold, and though you can get the bronze. And the bronze is usually when they're not going to give you too much attention. They're just going to give you enough attention to hook you. But yeah, they're going to put you on the shelf. You're not going to get a lot of attention from them. They're going to lock you in where they get you, that so whenever they want you, they can come to you, but they're not going to spend a lot of time with you. And then you got your golden love bombing. Your golden love bombing is when you have their attention. You know, you can call them and you will reach them. And then you have your silver. Your silver is when they come in and they love bomb you, but they slip little devaluations in. They almost throw you in a confused state because they're testing you to see, if I love you and come immediately with some crazy, what are you going to do? That's the silver. Boy, the platinum, they don't want anything to go wrong. They want everything to be right. They want to be the master. They want to dress right, sound right, smell right, see right. They want you to think that they are God. And when they love bomb you with the platinum, oh, they give you everything. It's like they're never going to leave you. They call you all day. They want to know where you are, and you are just so amazed, and you are not thinking, why are they calling me every 5 minutes? Why are they taking up my time like this? You're thinking, oh, they care so much, they love me. And their eyes, this flicker, this glow in their eyes, and sometimes it's such a pull until something rises up in you and you don't know what it is because it seems weird. And this weird feeling comes even though you are amazed, even though you just love them, and you just amazed at this feeling that you get when they're looking at you, because it's ultimate. But yet there's this little red flag on the inside that's saying something is not right about this. I just don't know what it is. I don't know what can be right when someone is showing me this attention and loving me like this, and then they're handsome, they're beautiful, and then they smell good, and they're focused, and I'm their focus, and this is what everybody wants, and everybody don't have it, and I'm the fortunate one to get this. I'm the lucky one, they say. And that look flicker, it's almost like there's a candlelight behind their eyes that almost lure you into this mesmerizing state. And you are in this hypnotic stare when you stare in their eyes, and whatever they say is definitely a yes. That's the platinum love bomb stare, the golden love bomb stare, and possibly the silver love bomb stare. And then as you go on and the relationship continues, there is a stare, and it is the pre-devaluation. The pre-devaluation is a look of irritation. They look at you like you're irritating me. And when you talk to them, you call them, they're asking, what do you want? Why did you call me? And you're telling them that you call them for this. And they say, couldn't you have waited? Couldn't you have called me at another time? And you'll find that they are not so easily to get. They're texting, but those long text messages, just a few words. And the every day, no, they're not every day. Possibly twice a week. Possibly twice a week. And when they come home, you still may get a hug. You still may get a kiss. But that's the pre-devaluation. But when you stop and they're looking at you, there's something in their eyes that triggers you. It almost makes you shudder. And yet they pull you to them. Their eyes is saying this, but their behavior is saying something else. And that's when confusion is locked into the pre-devaluation stare. And the pre-devaluation stare is almost like I'm going to get you stare. And you're looking at them reading, and you're trying to see, what did I do? Because their stare is saying, I'm going to get you. And you're like, did I do anything? They're saying, no, you didn't do anything. Why you ask? And you're like, it's the way you're looking at me. And they're like, how am I looking at you? I'm just looking at you because I love you. I'm just looking at you because I want to be with you. But that's not what their eyes reading. The next stare is the devaluation stare. And the devaluation stare is just before the discard. And they are looking like you need to go somewhere and sit down, or you need to stop talking to me, or why do you even bother to call me? You fix them a plate and they look up from the plate and they're looking at you like, what is this? And it's like, what you told me you like, it's what I always fix for you. And they look like, I wouldn't eat this if it was the last thing on earth. And they actually get up. And you're trying to figure out what you did. And they are looking at you as if you did something wrong. They're looking at you like, how dare you talk to me? And this narcissistic stare, you find yourself pulling your clothes because you feel naked. You feel like you're being stripped. You feel like razors are coming to you. This is the devaluation stare, but it is the pre-discard stare. And then the fourth stare is the discard stare. This is when discard is right around the corner. A ghosting is right around the corner. Some discards are not long-term. Some discard could be temporary discard. They're going to leave for a week. They're going to leave for a weekend. But they look at you with the most sinister look. And they look like they hate you. And you are thinking, how could you look at me like that? And there's such hatred in their eyes. It's almost like their eyes go black. And they're looking at you. And they're looking at you with such sinister look until it's like knives are going through your heart. And fear grip your bones because it's like they're looking into your soul. And your soul is being ripped out because of the hatred that is in their eyes. And you can't figure out how. You can't figure out why. You can't figure it out. Why would you look at me like this when I thought you loved me? When I thought you cared for me? And you know that I love you. But they're looking like I hate you. And their eyes are telling the story. And you may notice a coldness in the atmosphere. Some people have even noticed this staleness in the smell when that look comes. And it's almost like the white of their eyes is all black. And they're looking at you, but it's not them. It's like something else is staring at you. Something else is looking at you. You leave the room, but you carry the thought. You carry the presence. You feel like you want to run. You feel like you want to get out. You feel like you want to grab the kids. You can't figure out that dead, lifeless stare. And once you get it, you will never, ever forget it. That narcissistic stare is very sinister, lifeless, targeted, intentional, and you are reading what you are living with. You are reading who's there. When the mask come off and you finally realize it is with me, what do I do next? Once you get that stare, you're going to have to put life in you. More than likely, from the time of love bombing up to this point, with these different stares, you have forgotten so much. Your church going has been compromised. If you're a Bible reader, it's compromised. You may go to the temple, it's compromised. You may meditate, it's compromised. If you're a Christian, your prayer life is compromised. Because during the love bombing, when that glorious stare was there, and everything you had, you would give to the narcissist. And it got down to the fourth dimensional stare. And that's the stare just before the discard. That's the stare that they're letting you know you mean nothing to me. It's in their eyes. They don't have to say anything. They don't have to do anything. You are able to interpret perfectly just from a stare. And it is unforgettable. This is when you must build your mind. If you left prayer, go back. If you left meditation, go back. You need a support system, a strong support system, because the fear that hit your soul from this stare will stay there until you uproot it. And you found in your bones, you shook, you quiver. And now you have to build yourself up. You have to build your confidence up. You have to build your mind up. You have to know who you are. And you have to know the power of who you are. And you have to strengthen yourself until you dig that imagery up that calls you to shudder, that calls you not to sleep, until the environment of your house shifts. It changes. You have the power to do that. You have the authority to do that. You don't have to settle for anything less than you. You don't have to settle in devaluation or fear. God has not given you the spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And after that stare, you're going to need to definitely be in your sound mind. I pray that this is answered with the 4 different stares of the narcissist, the 4 different stages of the narcissist, the intent of the narcissist, and the intent of the stare, how it made you feel, what it left with you, and the decision you have to make afterwards. Because each stare leaves you with the options of the next moment. And you must think wisely, strongly, vehemently of your next moment, because you cannot take the fear with you and win. You have to overthrow the fear and get the wisdom. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God knew what he was doing when he made you. Use your mind as a resource center. Use it as weaponry by building your mind up. Positive affirmation, strong affirmation, Bible reading and prayer. And those of you who meditate, you must say over and over who you really are and not what you experience. You're greater than the experience of the stare, and you're more powerful than a moment that belittles you. Build your mind, build your life, and make decisions. And know that whom the Son make free is free indeed. Freedom comes from your choice and what you choose to think and be. And you have to put in your mind what you want to think. Hey, write me. Write me destinyhepper12s@gmail.com. Tell me how you like the video. Leave your comment at the bottom of the video. And let's take it to the next step. The 4 narcissistic stares. If you've experienced that, tell me about it. Tell me about each stare. And some of you have had all 4. And some of you have just came out of the last one. Let me help you. Let me build you. Let me strengthen you. Write me. And let's talk about it. Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. I'm Helen Sattler, your Destiny Helper. I will see you on the next video. God bless.